the games look nobody's played because of weakness of fans, but also like I'm being dead ass. This one's starting to become a wee bit dead. So over the off season, we're going to look for people. We're gonna that's where you re-sign. You try to get regroup. Get people to join, get people to enter your franchise, and that's what we're gonna do. As here we gotta face the Jets, who we beat earlier on the season. Obviously, as a player now, still as a player, he doesn't play. We'll be facing them at home. Once again, I do believe, yeah, we will be once again facing them at home, and we had a very good game against them last time, and we'll see. We'll see what we're able to do. Obviously they got a halfback, X-Factor running back Le'Veon Bell, who made it a hassle for us to do anything. But here we go. Again, Marlon Mack is having an incredible season. I mean, he's set in stone, looking for 1,500 yards, and he might hit it. And I think actually we should check up on his stats. Actually, we can go ahead and upgrade our guys. I think I've already skipped weekly training or something. And we've got Jalen Hurts will be up to an 69. What a number to get up to overall. And I think he's a guy that's going to be developing hella quick on this team. We'll see. I mean, obviously, I think he's got some decent stats. They could be better, but he faced one of the greatest teams in the league, and he dotted him up for one. He's a perfect pass rating in all 2 games he's played. I don't know if his second was perfect, but it should have been. I mean, threw no incompletions, and he scrambled for a lot. I mean, he looked good, and that's what he said. The kid looked good. Jake Fromm obviously took the starting spot from Stafford a couple weeks ago. Stafford, been really, a system quarterback, and they finally thought, what, Jake Fromm, stepped up as a system, whether a system quarterback or not, has played very, very well. As our division still is, not been up to par. Brissett only 20,000 yards this season. I feel like his intake on that has been a little worse. Mac damn near 1,100 yards. He has been incredible. Mac, obviously Baker Mayfield's been incredible this year, looking for a 5,000 yard year. Lamar Jackson looking for the same. But Ezekiel Elliott is the only guy that has us beat by quite a few yards. Melvin Gordon, obviously injury hurt him bad. But he is back this week, and we'll see what his intake is. 13, 16. Mac's not looking for any big numbers. He said 1,500 yards, 15 touchdowns. And we're thinking, he's gonna be a big part of our offense. I think he can get it, and the fact that he's about to get it is, in this game is incredible. I was looking at this game here. I was watching me facing Robbie Anderson, end up being a pretty big hassle for us to handle, and we'll see if we're able to beat him. 7-6, had a fall off year this year. I mean, from their 14-2 departure where they beat a pretty big name team. I don't remember who. Oh, it was the Giants. By a pretty significant score. They said, yeah, Jets or Steelers. It was the Steelers. They're like, Steelers are no joke. We beat the Steelers pretty well this season, so we looked, we made them look kind of like a joke. I'm not gonna say that he's a good player, but we had a very hell of a good game that week. As Anthony Harris having 13 picks, 4 fumble, looking good. But and then it's a Jets. Jets is not a guy to mess with. He is a Super Bowl contender. We beat him. Obviously, Chargers was a very depressing game to go up as. We're looking to go to the Super Bowl. And obviously, what's funny? We could flip it around and we could be AFC, and the Raiders could be the NFC in the Super Bowl. It is a very big chance. Raiders are a hell of a team. They lost to the Bears twice this year, and if the Bears win out, the Bears could make the Super Bowl, or they could get that number one spot, and they could win the Super Bowl. We'll see 8-2 how they finish out. As sometimes randomly a CPU team will make it. Most of the time it's all users. I think this year, a couple of CPU teams are going to make it, but they're playing good, As here we go, 1st and 10. That is going to be incomplete. And that'll be a very nice play made by your main man, Malik Hooker. So here we go. Le'Veon Bell will be a guy that, will definitely get the ball a little bit. 2nd and 10. Le'Veon not going to get it. It's a play action. And Leonard gets him. Sacked. Sam Darnold 4 sacks today is what he wants. I think it's a bit much, but they can go for it. And I thought it was a handoff. So I'm going to fake that one well. And this is going to be a screen, and it's incomplete. A throwaway because of how many people were there. And Darnold has a disastrous first drive. And, you know, he didn't look ready. He didn't look ready for a standout drive, as Isaiah Simmons is an X factor. I'll have to fix his ability. I don't remember exactly how to do that. I'll ask him to fix it as 4th and 20. This is going to be Terry Godwin, and he takes to the 45. So Terry Godwin still looking like a starting player, as here comes Brissett, and with the man that has been playing like an animal this year, Marlon Mack, who had, I think he finished just barely over 1,000. And, you know, partial reason to that being, you know, partial reason to that being was he got injured, and, you know, he missed quite a few of the season. As this year, you know, he's been a hard runner, running down the hill, you know, getting yardage, and he's been pretty good. He's been amazing this year, as Eric Ebron didn't get re-signed actually in real life, but this will be 2nd and 8. Mack gonna slip. Mack gonna slip, or not slip under the tackler, and he's gonna pick up the first down. 2 carries, 10 yards. And, you know, he's not gonna get, I think, more yards than carries. I think it's gonna be, you know, pretty evenly out, but he's a good player. As here comes 1st and 10. This will be Randall Cobb in motion. Cobb trying to find anything and cut inside, as 48 was looking incredible on that outside release. 2nd and 8, 2nd and 7 for the New York Jets. 2nd and 7. Brissett looking deep. Jacoby has got Paris Campbell. Touchdown. 50 yards. Supposed to say it was like 45, I think. I might have been 40-something yard touchdown to Paris Campbell, and Brissett shows that he is still the starting quarterback. Throws a, no, not a dime. It wasn't a great pass, but it was a pretty damn good pass. Touchdown for your Indianapolis Colts, and Campbell's getting hype here. Crazy, crazy play. Here we go. Campbell will. That'll be a knee. And this will be 0 to 7. Jets 0 to 7. Gonna hand it off to Bell, and Le'Veon Bell will get the first carry, I believe, of the game. And yeah, they went all past his last drive, and there's a reason. I mean, look at him. He has 1,199 yards this year, 11 TDs. He's having the same season, just, you know, yards are not as good. Definitely a significant amount. I mean, being, you know, 300 yards, I mean, it's not a whole game. It's a couple games. As Harris is going to look deep here, and that's going to be a sack. And the 4-sack limit, or the 4-sack goal. Justin Houston wanted a sack on this drive, and he got it, as he wanted 5 this season. He's gotten 8 so far. As their 4-sack goal of the game doesn't look also unrealistic, as now they're going to go back to the screen on 3rd and long, and it pays off. Anthony Harris can't bring him down, and Darnold, you know, probably, you know, he was looking to, you know, get this one right back to the Indianapolis Colts, but, you know, they get away with it. 1st and 10, Darnold. Sam Darnold gonna hand it off, and that'll be a nice carry by Bell, and he's got 2 rushes, 12 yards, 60 on that one, and he was 6 on the last one. And, you know, that's not bad at all. Also, they're gonna watch him downhill this time, and he runs over Isaiah Simmons, but it's a nice initial hit by, I believe, Kenny Moore to, you know, just stuff him from the first down marker. 3rd and inches. Darnold's gonna hand this one off, and it's gonna be Bell, and he's been a workhorse this drive. 20 yards on this drive, and he's gotten both first downs. Or I think they might have thrown for one. Doesn't matter. He's been incredible, and they're gonna continue to give it to him. 1st and 10. Oh, they're gonna go to the outside. It's stripped. Oh, Darius Leonard got it out, but the lineman, the left guard, gets on top of it. Darius Leonard forces it. What a strip from Leonard. And now this is going to be TJ Cannon. That is. Trenton Cannon, that's what it's. Trenton Cannon, he'll get some of it back, not a lot, and it'll be 3rd and 11, so you gotta watch the screen here, because they like to run those apparently. That's gonna be thrown at Isaiah Simmons. Rodney Harrison. Not Rodney Harrison, what? Come on. What's your name? Rodney.
Especially on 3rd downs like the.
That's what they kill him. I know his name. He's a very good receiver. He had that one embark season that I had him on my fantasy team. Joey Burrow's on their team? Robbie Anderson. When did they get Joey Burrow? We've been facing Joey Burrow this whole year, and he was on the... Oh, Joey Burrow got traded to the Jets, so... Oh, Jesus. Jesus Christ. As here we go, this will be the Indianapolis Colts back on offense, looking for Ebron, and... Oh, Jamal Adams drills him, and obviously he's not going to catch it. Without the germ, or with it, I mean, not without the hit, but like, you know, any hit's gonna knock it out, and you have that guy hitting him, you know, he's definitely gonna drop it. There's nothing open here, and that'll be a sack on Brissett, 3rd and 17, and I think they're gonna let the quarter go here, and they will, as nothing was open there. Nothing's been open in a couple places. They have negative yards passing, I know that. I don't know rushing. As the Indianapolis Colts have it with a 3rd and forever. Gonna send Ebron in motion here. Campbell and Ebron will switch, and they're going to give this one to Marlon Mack, and they take the play. They take a play out of their playbook, and Adams, 2 kill shots on 2 hits. But Brissett gets it, and that, you know, that's what you gotta do. They took a play out of their playbook. They took a play that they've been using on 3rd and long all year, and use it twice today. And they take it out of their playbook and they use it, and it works to perfection. 3 rushes, 12 yards for Mack. Obviously, he's got to get going better than that. I mean, that's not gonna, you know, it's not gonna raise any eyebrows. He's got to get the ball more, as that's it. Mack gonna fall forward for a gain of 4. 17 yards on the game. 3rd and forever. Or 3rd and 14, not forever at all. And that's a steady pocket. And Paris Campbell's got it. You know, Brissett was starting to, you know, worry. Nothing was open. Pressure was coming. But, you know, how he's kind of witching the pocket. You know, he sat down, calmed down, and made the throw. And that's what he needed, you know. He was freaking out too much in the pocket. As 1st and 10, Brissett makes a, you know, great throw. He's starting to mark as a, you know, franchise quarterback. The thing is, I just don't see us starting on his Naeem Hines. 9 yards on the play. 2nd and 1. Brissett on 2nd and 1's gonna give it to Mack. Mack's gonna stay on his feet, looking to go upfield, goes back downfield, and it'll be 3rd and 3. They're going to quick snap it. Going to give it back to Mack, and it works out. So Marlon Mack, you know, goes backwards. Next play, takes it forward and picks it up. 6 rushes, 19 yards. My goodness, he's getting the yardage he needs, but, you know, what cost? I mean, they're moving the ball down the field pretty well, but I mean, you know, if you have to pass it to save yourself, I mean, you just start running, stop running, and that's a good run right there. Again, it's 6, 25 yards from Marlon Mack. 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Fake to Naeem Hines. Looking middle field. He's got something. But Leonard Williams has other plans. Incredible athlete right here that we're seeing on display. Leonard Williams, you know, has been proving all year, I mean, all season really, that, you know, he's a starting player. Or that he's, you know, a great D lineman. As that's going to be Naeem Hines, who gets out of traffic. Hines get back down to a 10-yard, no, it's 11. And that'll be a field goal for for Indianapolis. Hurts is on the hold. And on the kick, that is good. 10-0. New York losing to the Colts. The Jets do not get the Colts get the ball at half. The Jets have to start to get something going. And I didn't know they got Joey Burrow out of a trade out of Jacksonville. So, you know, I don't know I don't know what their decisions are to do with Joey Burrow. I don't know what they plan on doing. Yeah, it's a very interesting call as first and 10. I don't believe the call is Isaiah Simmons. Him and Jamal Adams are about to be one hell of a show today. A hard hit right there. That's Bobby Okereke and Anthony Harris, and he held that one forever. But I think they didn't see the future in Joey Burrow. I mean, I don't like that they got rid of him. That's gonna be Hooker with a nice wrap up. Not gonna it's gonna look like a truck, but in reality that's a great tackle to stop a first down. Wasn't gonna let him bounce off or anything. Made Le'Veon Bell, hey, he said, hey, looked at him and pretty much said, hey, go, you're gonna have to go through me. I love it. It's Darnold. Gonna throw Darnold. Gonna go underneath to Jamison Crowder. I believe that was Crowder, and that'll be a first. That was Emmanuel Sanders, and that'll be a 1st and 10. Looking to throw for anything. He's gonna go underneath. That's Quincy Wilson. Can't bring him down. Okereke stops him from picking up the first. They're gonna give it to him. Not a lot of time. The Colts are not gonna be able to challenge this one. It's inside 2 minutes. And they're just going to keep the ball going. They're not even going to give a review of that one. Yeah, I'm not going to review it. And it'll be 2nd and 8 here. They need a stop. And Jets are going to call a timeout with 6 seconds to go. They're not going to call a play. A nice infield tackle. And they're going to put their kicker in. He's doing a lot of looking up here, and it's no good. Matt Bryant, he was looking up, looking down, looking up, making sure, he lined this one up perfectly. Maybe he didn't have it lined up perfectly. That's not going to go through.
Not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background.
As here we go, Brissett needs a touchdown here or something.
These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
And Brissett, nothing open. He's going to take a sack. Leonard Williams is the third one of the day, and the Colts will go into half 10-0. Brissett, he was waiting for something to get open, and that little move that Hilton did, it got him open just too late. I mean, it's not his fault. It's it's obviously you gotta get outside the pocket and make a play, but Brissett didn't do a great job of that. This will be a nice return by Terry Godwin, who you could see start making a role in this offense early on next year. I think they're they're gonna start using this guy. He got a contract this year. And unless another team looks interested in him, I mean he's gonna probably get another contract next year. Nothing like really high, but I think they'll re-sign him. As that's gonna be Randall Cobb on the grab. First down, Brissett. 100 yards here against the New York Giants. And this will be 1st and 10. Jacoby Brissett gonna hand it off to Marlene Mack, and Marlene Mack gonna pick up a couple again, or 30 yards so far in this game. And we've already talked about Marlon Mack a lot today, but let's talk about more how his production has obviously he doesn't get a lot of yards of carry, but he gets hard carries, a lot of yards on these hard carries. And well, obviously the reason why I know why he doesn't get a lot of yards anymore, why he's not getting 100 yards of carry anymore, or 100-yard game, a lot of 100-yard games anymore. That's kind of like his production's slowed down. It's because it has, and the reason being, that's a pick. Brissett throws a pick to Willis, who's an lineman, and D lineman. I don't know how he got way back there, but nonetheless. But like I said, it's because he's getting, they're playing the run game against the Colts, and that's why Brissett, I think, it's not a breakout year, but has had some pretty good games. As Le'Veon Bell backfielded there. I think we still have to play the Texans one more time, don't we? I don't know. 0-10. Sam Darnold just got to get something going. Has no points on the board, and Bell is making a very good show for it. They're trying to get them points on the board. A very good play there. This will be 3rd and 3. Darnold, I don't think it's time for I think it's time for not a play, or I don't think it's time for a play action. He doesn't go play action. He goes safe route, Le'Veon Bell, and You know, if they would have got that field goal earlier, this could be 3-10, and they could be looking to, you know, take the lead. Now, you know, they're just looking to put points on the board. Trying to play adversity, as this is going to be Bell. Le'Veon Bell! Down to the 25.
To the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him...
1st and 10, and Darnold, you know where this ball's going. To wherever he can find Le'Veon Bell. He's not going to go to Bell. He's going to go underneath, and that'll be a huge tackle by Harris. Not a lot of yardage there, a gain of 1. And this will be a handoff here shortly. Darnold going to give it to Bell, and that is Isaiah Simmons, who obviously has been an upcoming rookie, an upcoming linebacker next year. You know, they wanted to get him that versatility at safety this year, and he's going to hopefully bring that to linebacker. They said, you know, they want him to, you know, keep that versatility, not lose it. That's going to be in the end zone. That's going to be Pierre Desir in the end zone, picked. And we had a little bit of an edge on him, but Pierre Desir takes that edge away. A great play right there. So here we go, Jacoby Brissett gonna roll out. Brissett looking for Cobb again, and that's picked. Tremaine Johnson picks it.
Something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable?
Sam Darnold on 1st and 10, going to give it to Bell, and he's going to go nowhere. He got 3 out of that. It's not terrible, but
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be
3-yard gain, and I don't think they'll, you know, stay away from the run game here. I think they go back to it. 2nd and 7. Nope, he's going to throw somewhere, anywhere really, and he's going to go to Le'Veon Bell, who gets stood up by Quincy Wilson, who is looking to become, it definitely is his breakout year. I mean, you know, he's never had a year like this. 3rd and 5. Darnold looking deep for Pierre Desir again, and that'll be 2 picks on 2 drives. Pierre Desir had, I believe, 10 picks last year, and he's got, well, 8 this season, so I mean, he's been a really great corner. I think the greatest corner in the NFL pick-wise, besides Shaquille Griffin, who has obviously been incredible for the Chargers. As this will be Marlene Mack, who will get the carries now after 2 back-to-back picks by Brissett. I don't think you overthink this. Brissett's going to throw. Jacoby's going to go to Randall Cobb, and he's open for the 1st down. So that's not a terrible play there. I mean, that's one that I can get behind, that call. You know, it's a safe call, and this will be 1st and 10, Brissett. Hand off to Marlene Mack, who has no running room whatsoever, and he still gets 3 out of it. That'll be the 3rd quarter over, 4th quarter begins. Marlene Mack is nowhere near 100. And I don't think he's even, you know, broken a 1,500 today, as Mack. That's a fake there, rolling out. Brissett's got to get rid of it. He can't. This will be 3rd and forever. Leonard Williams again. Man, I don't know who the right tackle is over there, but yeah, I believe it's Braden Smith, who's just not been able to block him today.
Converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
So here we go. 3rd and forever. Gonna send Marlon Mack out wide. Brissett gonna go to Marlene Mack, and he's got the 1st down. Nobody was guarding Marlon Mack. Keep that in mind, and that helps him get the 1st. So Mack's still on the field. They're gonna go to Eric Ebron in the middle, though, and Ebron takes a shot from Jamal Adams. Hangs on at the 28 now. And Ebron signals the 1st down as they move the chains.
6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room.
Kobe has not thrown an incompletion since the 3rd quarter, or in the 4th quarter yet. Or he's done picks this drive. So I don't know if he's done about 6 for 6. 8 for 8. There's Jacoby Brissett gonna give it to Mack, and Marlene Mack down to the 13, 57 yards in this game, and 1,500 yards. You betcha. The mark that he wanted has been grabbed. As Marlon Mack trying to get closer to that 15 touchdown goal. And that'll help him. Down to the second and inches.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down.
Serio, Jacoby Brissett. Second and inches. Gonna go to Nyheim Hines. That's a fumble. Hines is on it. And Brissett is not a very good run. Not a very good, you know, throw.
For the team that lost it to get it back.
Incomplete, third and long. Brissett gonna come out throwing. And he throws a pick. And Glowinski with a nice tackle though. Not a lot of points have been scored today. If we said that, the Colts have struggled with the point differential, as this will be Sam Darnold looking for something, anything at all. Nothing really open. That's going to be Pierre Desir coming down, making a tackle. Christopher Herndon on that one. Obviously, you know, he's been in trouble a little bit with the NFL. For his decisions to smoke, and that's going to be... Oh, so I'm like, just remember that. Chris, and that'll be Kenny Moore to knock it down. Yeah, I think did he get, was it steroids or weed that he got suspended for early on the season? I think it was weed. 3rd and 1, Sam Darnold looking for anything, and that is going to be Le'Veon Bell, 36-yard line. Two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there. Guys, here we go.
Big pickup. It was a huge pickup.
A lot of guys are going deep here. That's a 2-minute warning. 2 minutes for the Jets to come back, and you got to think you got to get score now. You're running out of time, so you know you want to score now and get this one over with. You know, get back in this one. 1st and 10. He's finally going to take a snap. Doing a year, and that's going to be inbounds for Le'Veon Bell. And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to keep him in bounds and not let him do anything with the football. Good for anything, and that's Justin Houston's second one on the day. And that'll be the Jets' first touchdown, or that'll be their first timeout of the half. That's going to be thrown up and incomplete. Malik Hooker forces it out. 4th and 15 at the own 31. Thus will definitely end the game if they don't get thus. As here we go. Sam Darnold is going to go play action. Darnold, you got to just throw this one up, buddy. And he's sacked by Dean Lowry. And that's the goal that they had for 4 sacks. They got it. As here we go. 1 minute and 22 to go. A lot of handoffs to Marlon Mack is coming up for you, as that'll be a timeout by the New York Jets. And Mack will be getting a couple more carries after that one. Jacoby Brissett. Hand off to Marlon Mack. Marlon Mack is going to get down to the 12-yard line, and I don't know if we have to... It's not telling me. I did say kneel. Damn, whatever. At the 12, Jacoby Brissett is gonna hand it off to Marlon Mack, and Mack gets a yard. 84 yards on the day for him. And
able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand.
And here we go. They are on a kneel, and Deshaun Kaiser will come in the game and knee thy football down. What a game it has been for the Indianapolis Colts, as Deshaun Kaiser on 3rd and 1 will take thy knee, and that'll be 10-0. The Indianapolis Colts have beaten the New York Giants and stay 12-2. Stay with only 2 losses on the year. Incredible.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
But you know what they say, it's always fun to work on things if it didn't go well in your game with a victory in your pocket. And that's what they've got going.
Incredible game. And, you know, we beat them in a lot of things. I think team-wise, Percent didn't play terrible. Didn't play terrible at all. 214 yards, 102, 94 to their 59, 120 to their 43, 10 to their 8. I mean, you know, we definitely beat them by a decent bit. 3 picks. He threw 3 picks. He threw 2. Obviously didn't have a touchdown, so it does affect him a lot. Marlon Mack, 84 yards. Really good game. Naeem Hines, 1 for 9, and Kaiser 2 for -2. Randall Cobb 1 for 3. Campbell's 2 for 63 and a tutty. Mack 2 for 40. Ebron 1 for 23. 1 drop. Always has one of those. Cobb 2 for 31. Hines 1 for 4. You know, he has some pretty good games. Bucking 1 pancake, 3 sacks allowed by Mark Glowinski. And then that was only him, and then Ryan Kelly allowed 1. Total tackles, Leonard Floyd. Leonard Floyd had 8. 4 of them were sacks. 2 for Justin Houston, 1 for Dean Lowry, Jordan Willis, and Darius Lanyard. 2 picks for Pierre Desir, and that was all our picks. They had 3 picks on us. Avery Williamson, Jordan Willis, and him. He was a linebacker. He looks to be a linebacker. And then if we look at pass deflections, we had some pretty good ones. Forced fumbles, Darius Leonard and Jordan Willis. Both have recovered our fumbles. Or do we fumble? I don't remember us fumbling. Picked it up apparently though. I might be right. As we got a lot of people. Asaya Williams, who is the guy that one of our rookies who, you know, it's a +1 to speed. That's what I've been waiting for. Getting him up in speed. Moali Cox still going to become a possession guy. Like I said, this guy might be even taking an overall next year of Hunter Henry as he gets +2 catching and a couple run blocking plays. Jacoby Brissett will finally hit an 80 overall. I'm going to put strong arm into him. And he gets +2 play action and +2 mid-throw accuracy. Paris Campbell up to a 77 overall. +1 speed to him, which brings him to 95 speed. And the man, the myth, 11, Justin Houston, who's an 88 overall, and 90 with morale. And, you know, a 7th in the NFL at his position, so it's pretty incredible. You know, that's our game. So, you know, if we look at how this is going, we're 12-2. If you look at the standings, 2 losses early on. I think it was strength of schedule, so we fell all the way to 4 with that loss. Incredible. The only ones that's only on 1. Everybody's clinched a division now. The Bears have clinched not a division, but the playoff spot. Saints have clinched a playoff spot. Cowboys and Chargers, we've all clinched a playoff spot. And, you know, the Rams are right there, 10-3. Bills 10-3, knocking on the door. And Steelers have clinched a division at 8-4-1. Ugh. Yeah, barely. They've clinched a long time ago. No, you know, they're coming in closing. If they get one more win, they might clinch it. The Bills are right there. We helped them out with a loss to the Jets. Yeah, he clinched his division. That last win clinched it. He clinched the playoffs, and if he wasn't here, he'd clinch the division as well. Saints clinched probably last week, maybe this week, or maybe 2 weeks ago. Cowboys have clinched. Their division has just not been very good this year. In NFC West, Rams are looking for one more win. 1 win clinches their division as well. So, I mean, it's looking right now as the AFC, we're the 2 top. The Bills and Steelers. Steelers will be the And then the Jets, there's the Chiefs and Dolphins. The Dolphins are looking to be a wild card team. Interesting. So, at 8-5 and 7-6, they're in the playoffs. And for the NFC, it's always a dogfight. Cowboys and Saints are the buys. Bears and Rams won their divisions as well, and the Lions and the Giants are in it. So, these are the top teams. Teams as the Lions went out in the wild card with the Giants, Seahawks, and Redskins, all pretty much there, and then you got a lot of 6 and 7 teams as well. For us, it's just it's Dolphins and Jets, and just depending on this big fall off. If the Dolphins win, they've got a spot against the Jets. They've one upped them. So if you guys enjoyed it, like button as hard as possibly can, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, everybody. Actually, one thing I want to do is I want to look at my let's look at my the league. We'll see what we can do that wise. Yeah, Marco in is the leader, but it's my league too. And we've got a couple guys to play their games, so I believe two thumbs up is a guy that cannot play. I believe this is done. We'll see who can and cannot play their game. We need Taiwo, World Peace CPU, BKC CPU, Island Science CPU. So. He's the highest. He is. Yeah, he is. There we go. We told her. Yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna do. Thank you guys for watching. Enjoyed that button. Hit that like button as hard as you possibly can. I'll see you guys next time. As soon as he joins, I'm gonna